Eorland Greymane himself.
I don't know, not for sure who Bjorlund Greymane is, but I am here in Whiterun now. After a long day of crafting and preparing and selling things, I made quite a lot of potions. Yeah, speaking of potions. And sold about half of it to the local alchemist, who claims to be a healer as well and a trainer in alchemy. So that's something worth remembering. And what else? I also made myself, as you can see, a few bags and pouches, and a backpack with the Amulet of the Arcade attached to it, so I get a small health bonus with this backpack. And life looks good in general. I think now it is time for me to go to the Clouds district. I don't go there very often, but I met a rather annoying person yesterday who claimed that I don't go there at all, and I in fact would like to see what the local court mage has to offer, and then I can conduct my own research in the local inn.
If you're looking for the court wizard, you'll find him somewhere in that general direction.
I think you are misleading me, lady. I think you mean that general direction. Who are you, by the way? That nice voice.
If you're looking for the court wizard, I'm not him. Farengar.
Okay, thank you. That's what I
If
want.
you wish to speak with him, you'll find him somewhere in the general direction of boredom. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's this invention called wine that requires my immediate attention.
Oh, I see. I'd go to Dragon's Reach then.
So you just want a wizard? You've still come to the wrong place. Walk outside, make a left, and tell Bjorlum you want to go to Winterhold. I'll be making my own trip to the bottom of a bottle, where I plan on staying for the conceivable
I actually came from Winterhold. It's true. Probably the best mages of Skyrim are there, but you know, the mediocre guys can have something to offer that the best overlooked just by chance. You like wine, I take it.
Really? Are you a wine expert by chance? In my youth, I once thought West Wales wine was the finest drink ever conceived. Imagine my embarrassment when I tasted my first vintage. This is why natives of the Isle look down upon those born on foreign shores.
Okay, we seem to be getting along very well. What's your name?
My name is Elderwin. I've come to Whiterun for the Skyforge and for Farengar.
So the court mage that you don't really like. I see. And not for the wine?
I don't see that as a negative. My Nord friends often chide me for neglecting the rich history of Skyrim, as if I was ignorant of it. They say, you know, Elder, there's more to Skyrim than just alto and spiced wine. And I tell them, yes, I know all about your windmills and bards and 12 different words for cold. I only care about the wine.
And why Skyforge and Farengar, actually?
Yorland allows me to use his magical forge to craft jewelry. I use the Enchanting Table at Dragon's Reach to raise their value. Then I turn them around and sell them to Farengar, and he always buys them. I've never met a man so obsessed with necklaces. He says their enchantments are valuable. I think he likes to wear them. Maybe tomorrow I'll enchant him a dress to go along with it.
That was unnecessary, Elderwin. Kind of funny, but you know, I have to meet the guy to actually know. And that's actually a good question, you know. I could use some souls for enchanting. Do you have a place where it's particularly easy to do?
Caves are the best place to find packs of wolves, or bears, sometimes even trolls. Unfortunately, by myself, they provide a bit of a challenge. There used to be 3 other mages in my faction, a motley bunch to be sure. a Khajiit, a Redguard, a Nord, and myself.
Why 4?
4 mages can be a formidable party, especially when their talents complement each other. As a result, I can afford to make mistakes. Mistakes like trading our last healing potion for a flask of wine. Not a problem when the Redguard was there to restore my wounds. Thankfully, the one talent I do have serves me well. It turns out most feral beasts in Skyrim are susceptible
So you
to
are a
fire.
fire mage. I am thinking of learning more fire spells myself. Do you offer trading, perhaps, or do you need a company, maybe? Doesn't seem like you do. And yeah, actually, it's not every day I meet a mage who can work a forge.
I don't really understand it myself. There should be more of me. It seems to me smithing and enchanting are 2 complementary skills. I can only assume it has to do with the stigma that comes with being a blacksmith.
Stigma? It's actually a quite respectable job, isn't it? People would kind of compete for the best blacksmith to stay in their village and so on and so forth. What are you talking about? What stigma?
They say to wield a hammer, you must be as dull as an anvil and as strong as an ox. As if stupidity were a prerequisite for the craft. Although I have heard warriors talk of such things, they say the person who thinks too much on the battlefield lacks focus. In battle, having an empty mind certainly makes you more decisive, but the forge is not something that requires you to act swiftly. But I do like the notion of intelligence being a weakness.
Why is that?
There are far too many mages who thumb their noses at common folk, as if worth was defined by the size of one's skull. Alchemists invented wine, farmers harvest the grapes, and smiths provide the tools. So, to me, each is worth more than all the mages in Winterhold.
You know, that might have been true. That's until I'm not sure if I want to say that. You know, okay, I will say that that's the most appropriate thing. You know, college has its faults, I guess, but we will fix that if I have anything to say about that.
We are still talking about my interpretation of worth, are we not? So far, you haven't been at all useful to me. We really need to rectify that. 1 bottle and a fresh loaf of bread ought to do it. Better make it 2, to be sure.
Okay. And what happened to your companions, by the way?
Victim to the squalls of battle, I'm afraid. It matters not if you are a novice or an archmage. All it takes is a single misstep. The Khajiit was first. We all knew it'd be him. Then our numbers were 3. Next came the Redguard, then the Nord, and soon only I remained.
You know, perhaps you should have actually preserved that healing potions you sold for drinking money. We will meet each other again, I believe. No, oh really?
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Okay, a break from role-playing. This was my first Skyrim wife, Isolda. in my very first playthrough in 2011. Each time I go past Isolda in Whiterun, I get a huge nostalgia hit. Like we had a house in Breezeholm over there. I came home every Sunday to read all the books I collected and make all the potions from all the ingredients I collected and enchant some items. And I grabbed the home-cooked meal from her and pretended to talk with her about something and tell her about my adventures. Oh my. Isolda, I miss you.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed it was one of those Sijic monks. Man's been hitting the skooma, I say.
I don't think so. I actually think the Sijic monks may be a real thing reappearing in Skyrim. So you are the court mage, it would seem. Very nice office, I would say, with a map. I want that. I want that in mine. Ooh, I am a bit jealous. I want to be a court mage. Good day, sir. My name is... I don't even remember now. My name is Dumarin. Dumarin, isn't it? Yes. Hello, I'm rather tired. I had a very long day. I'm sorry. And yours?
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
Not really. I am actually mostly interested in furthering my knowledge of the arcane.
So, you wish to master the arcane
That would be
arts?
the case, yes. See, I'm actually considering, and don't poke fun of me, I am actually considering taking a perk or two in speech. Really, seriously, because perhaps I would like to be able to buy ground soul gems, field ground soul gems, without the necessity to hunt mammoths and such. And if I could take 2 ranks in Haggle, or Speechcraft Mastery, it's, I believe, called in Vokri, and probably I would be able to buy them for around 1,000. That's better. And I will have to think about that. I'll have to think about the build a bit more. So, you see, that is absolutely phantasmatic here. Prepare for adventure. That will give me a staff and a set of robes. Robes, you know, that doesn't really matter that much when I already have 75% reduction to the cost of all spells, but a staff could be very useful. An additional random staff could be very useful from time to time. So that's money well spent, I would say. Rapids, I guess I will try to research them myself. That's still kind of expensive. It's an interesting spell, Slay Living, but I don't think I will be doing that much restoration with Dumarin here. Conjure Dead-Eye Captain? How does this work? To activate a corpse to store it? To store what? To store a Dead-Eye Captain? And activate the captain to dredge it up? To dredge what up? The corpse? It's a little bit confusing. I probably have to check it out. Just test it. I spike. I have 2 scrolls of that. Oh, okay, that's a ritual spell. Yes, the spell tomes are now unleveled due to... what was it? It was an additional mod for spell research. Rarer spell tomes, I believe it's called. Just that. Crackle. Crackle, Health and Magicka. That would be good to have a storm spell, actually. Health and Magicka. Stick Cloud follows the target, dealing up to 55 damage. Looks like an apprentice spell. I could use this one, yes. Curse of the Silent, rather, it's illusion spell and it's rather expensive. It can be kind of good if I ever go against the mages again, which will happen. Mages and spell swords and the like. Creates drop zone, a ring of cushioning magic of the at the target location. The caster takes no damage when falling into the ring. I have to buy this. It's 300 gold. But although Fear, it's my favorite school, yeah, and the most improved with perks. So I'll probably spend this on Fear. A lesser ward I do have already. So tough choices. I can't buy all of that, but yeah, I could use some training in alteration, so yes. Thank you.
Remember, your mind is the best weapon.
Can I actually sell you something?
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passion.
What conflict?
So, you wish to master
There is
the
some
arcane
civil war
arts?
going on. Is it a serious thing? I have not seen any battles, major engagements, any destroyed villages. I don't know. quite sure if I can sell anything to this fellow. I'd love to, but well, Jizargo scrolls. No, I have to test them. Yes, of course I have. Yeah, take one of these and nothing else, I'm afraid. That's a pity. Yes, thank you very much. Actually, maybe I could ask you a few questions about Whiterun.
Tranquility in magic, don't you think? It is simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so.
Tell me about this town. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of...
Oh, you mean the local blacksmith, eh? I met her. I worked at her forge for a bit today. Sure, I will deliver. No problem at all.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a difficult task.
I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. I think we are on a very equal foot in terms of menial tasks that you need to be done, and you know very well, because you said it, that it should be rewarded with actual real money. Okay, then. That's it. I would like to use your enchanting table if you don't mind. I don't think you do. Okay, so what do we disenchant? I have 2 front left thingies, so I can disenchant one of them because I made one by mistake. Good. Now this. See, I have to disenchant this because I'm not wearing a huge glowy skull on my chest. So I will disenchant this. I hope it will not... I'm not sure if it is leveled, because if it is, I will have to start training my enchanting very rapidly. It is probably a good idea for this character to have a few points and perks in enchanting anyway. And resist frost, do I want... it will be weaker without ground soul gems, so I will keep it on at the time. And sure, 1 novice hood can be disenchanted. Good. Magnus should like that. Now the question is... Oh, fortify magicka by 1 point. So, I don't think so. I think the petty soul gems could be better used just recharging my staff. Therefore, yeah, I will. I actually may need... I wanted to use that too, actually. There's a scriptorium here, sir.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the...
Thank you. Thank you. Just for a second, I have to check something out. Now we have one of the great many woodcutters' workbenches here. I can make soul gem dust. Can I make... I already have inkwell. I have 2 inkwells. That's why I can copy all of the books I have in my inventory. What do I need for an inkwell with magic ink? I need 32 soul gem dusts. I used some of them because it's a alchemical ingredient, and I need 4 more red flowers. So, okay, let's make a little bit of soul gem dust. This is also a good use for my petty soul gems, believe it or not. Not immediately, because I still need the magic ink, but I am getting closer to making it, making a large batch of it, and then I will be able to copy a lot of scrolls, and that would be rather awesome. So, yeah, actually, can I make some paper from that heavy books on this station, or do I need to go to the tanning rack? No, I can make rolls of paper here. That's actually quite lovely. And this way I will also be able to employ the paper in my spell research. It's getting terribly late. I have to go back to the inn, pay for another night, and start researching there. I hope I will not wake up everybody in the middle of the night.
Only burglars and vampires creep around after dark. So which are you?
I am the burglar of hearts. I'm going to sleep. Don't be so nosy. Jesus. I just finished my, work day rather late. And did I say Jesus again? I broke roleplay again. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Right. Okay. Yeah, I got a little bit emotional there.
Make it quick.
I absolutely adore this inn, and I think I've met this lady in Nightgate Inn. She actually does travel all around Skyrim. Hello, Angie. Angie. Hello. We play together. No, I don't have an instrument. I can't play. Why would I say that? And there's already a bard over there. Do you have any other skills other than singing?
I train as a skald, but I take no sides in this war. Whether you are a Stormcloak or an Imperial, it matters not. We are all sons of Skyrim.
Okay. Hello there.
I ain't done nothing.
Okay, I believe you. Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Are you always drunk?
Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the
So
Bannered
here-
Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on.
You want me to steal for you? I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Then we got nothing more to talk about.
What you have to say.
No? Do you care about rotting?
Sure, whatever.
I charge you with disturbing the Jarl's peace.
And I'll charge you with murder for killing everyone's good time.
Is she at odds with every important figure in the town? This dude looks rather menacing. I guess she is a fire mage. I'm exactly
I
afraid.
want to see you when you're done working.
I can't. Not tonight. I need to go home.
My
People of
favorite
Skyrim
drinking buddy.
are very
Let's get
open
some
with their
drinks.
intimate business.
Imagination running wild. Nobody knows how we feel about each other.
Don't talk about my father like that, John. And the answer's still no. But tomorrow, definitely.
So the answer is no just for tonight. Come on, chill out. It's all fine.
Well met, traveler.
You're not being friend zoned at all. I'm just passing through actually.
A pity. And words
What
I
do you
hear
mean you
too
don't like
often.
travelers?
But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place will go up like tinder.
Dragons, you mean? Did you see any dragons around? Actually, I am looking for some additional money. Maybe pick up an assignment here in Whiterun. Do you know any place for it?
Ain't sure if they're taking on new members. But you should talk to
That
the
might be a bad
companions.
idea.
They're over in their hall. Jorvasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle.
That is not exactly what I meant, although testing my fire in bloody battle,
May your sword
Well,
be sharp.
crispy,
And your tongue sharper.
burn, stinking battle. That's maybe. That's a maybe.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready
Is
to
the room-
retire. I've been thinking of
Is
selling
the room
the
still
inn to
reserved for me?
Solomon.
No,
Are you
no, I'm
joking?
not. I was just
just rented a room for me.
I just wanted to be sure. All right. Any interesting, juicy gossip?
Have you seen that shrine of
Yeah,
Asura?
it's amazing.
They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Yeah. I have to visit it after on my way
Need
back to
anything
the
else? Just
college.
let me know.
So I guess.
Yes?
Who are you, Elthor? Nobody knows who you are. Elthor or Elethor? Elethor. So many interesting people in this place, but still I have a thing or two to do. So let's start the research, if I may. Come on, come on, yes. So analyze the spell first, if I may. Flames, I believe, is active. I would love to make more novice destruction spells of other kinds. So fire, aimed, destruction, concentration, novice. Novice, concentration, destruction. So I should be able to compose a thesis now. I have a lot of paper, I have quills, more than one. So, okay, yeah, okay, don't show it again. So let's make concentration thesis. Yeah, let's start with the novice one. Good. 30 minutes have passed. Let's make aimed thesis. A novice one. And let's make distraction thesis. A novice one. And what else? Not fire. We will try shock thesis. I don't have knowledge of earth at all. Well, that's annoying. Mildly. And no knowledge of water. Neither. Aye. Novice.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials.
Good. It's getting late, and I have to repay, and I have to pay her for another night. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Hello. I'd like to rent a room. I'm not joking this time. You absolute. No, don't. No need for that. Okay. And now maybe I could. What could I do to get some knowledge of the earth spells? Oh yeah, and I made myself a lot of tools as well. All that is needed for woodcutter. So woodcutter's axe, tailor's scissors, tanner's knives, and I made myself a pickaxe. And there is a few in Misk section as well. A craftsman hammer, which is a new that I added to make put some order in the woodcutter's recipes to hide some of them. And there was also one or two more. Alright, novice aimed, novice concentration, novice distraction, novice shock. I have to double check if that is it. Research journal. Analyze spell.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death we will...
Aimed, novice, concentration, and distraction. So novice is not exactly a thesis, it's a level. So I need concentration, distraction, shock, and aimed. I think I have all of them. So let me try and compose a spell. In order to compose a spell, you need to write down your magical theories in one or more or the theses. You also need the mental energy or magicka, yes, to compose. Of course, I have quite a lot of that, I believe. All of your theses must be at least the skill rank of the spell you're trying to... Yes, if you have 4 master theses and 1 novice thesis, you will only be able to compose a novice spell. Alright, I will try to remember that. And... or is it under books? Oh, I did not learn these, so I will have to analyze them very soon. Where are these? Novice aim thesis, concentration, distraction, and shock. Good. Let's try that. Maybe I will succeed. Hopefully. I'm still rather low level for that. But I'm sorry, I'm busy doing something. Yes, thank you, thank you. There's nothing else. Could you please leave? I'm a bit busy. Thank you. Well, this takes some time. We'll see.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Thirsty? Hungry? Both?
Oh, you
Why,
talk
yes,
and you lie
Hulda.
and you drink
I'll
all
have
our
4
mead.
bottles
Now I
of wine,
think it's high time that you lie down and
7 bottles
bleed.
of Old Herb.
Yes! Oh, yes! And an advancement in destruction as well. Haha! A free spell!
Full of zeal.
About wine? Never. In fact,
Ain't that absolutely lovely? So, this will be useful against other mages. Sorry, everything is fine, sorry. Okay then. I probably should learn all the spells I bought as well. Like the Crackle, Drop Zone, Fear, Prepare for Adventure. And I should read this as well, because I have already read the introduction. This is basically a book that tells you about all the tools you need and the like to conduct your own spell research. And what's this about? By far the most interesting field for a mage to explore is a field out in the wilderness, really. That has not been my experience so far, although, you know, the alchemical ingredients, let's say. The long dusty road, beacons and tells of strange people and places to discover, and frightfully little time for research. Such is the life of an adventurer. However, there are ways to continue your training and study while still enjoying the danger of the road and vast wilderness. Who wrote this? I bet that was a Nord who wrote this. Pharos. Well, it might be an Imperial as well. The best way for adventurers to learn and research spell archetypes is to look at the research and experimentation that has already been done. Okay, there are likely hundreds of remnants of the efforts of long-dead mages waiting to be found in some dark dungeon or dark crypt. Yes, that's actually my main reason for visiting those places as well. If you manage to find these relics, you will likely be able to expand your own knowledge of spell research with little to no effort. I've come across a few of these relics in my time and will note the details below. Artifacts. The most common item you will find are artifacts, simply items that have been enchanted so long ago that their only use now is academic. For adventurers, there are a few ways to use them. If you are fond of enchanting, you can try to disenchant the item then and there in an attempt to learn something about the archetypes used in its enchantment. I actually picked them up and brought them here to Whiterun instead of disenchanting them there and then. Enchantments on these artifacts are almost always unstable, so you can usually only learn about one of archetypes used. If you are more fond of alchemy, you can decompose the items in a cauldron or a alembic, and then use the resultant liquids. Find my accompanying text for this subject, Spell Research for Alchemists. I could look into that as well. If you want to learn more about alchemy's use in spell research, ancient texts, other races and civilizations have tried their hand at researching magic. These ancient texts are the remnants of their efforts. If you manage to translate just a portion of one of these texts, you will likely learn a considerable amount from their efforts. You may be able to get a jump start in your translations by finding a translation tome from a spell vendor or librarian. Okay. Alternatively, you may find some text with portions written in common tongue, which can be used to further your knowledge of their language. These texts are incredibly ancient, and usually only a handful of pages are left legible by the time they are found. Any attempts to look through these texts bears, I know that already. This risk can be lessened if you have experience in handling and enchanting delicate magical objects. Yeah, that's yet another reason to train my enchanting, I guess. Good. Speaking of which, I will have to conduct some more research on the great many items I have found. And perhaps I have to cut. Is this researchable? It would seem so. Analyze it first before I break it. It has one secondary archetype. Fair enough. Okay. So this seems like like some enchantment connected to destruction or fire, but let's try. You need a hammer to smash this priceless artifact. Did I not make myself a hammer? That's an oversight. Oh, I spent the entire night researching things. I guess I should go to sleep. Because my magicka must be rather drained. Yes, 90 points less than usual. So, god damn it, let's sleep through the entire day. Luckily, I don't have iNeed installed, so I don't have to worry about food. It's actually quite funny. If you do this with iNeed, you have to also be prepared to get hungry very often and stock your local refrigerator with a lot of food to be able to, feed yourself through the research. Lovely. I am well rested, and now I have to make myself a hammer.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful.
Oh, a traveler merchant. Do you have anything of interest?
Fancy. Take a look.
Not really. A potion of cure disease might prove useful at some point in time. Yeah, but I am... Cow's kitten? No, not that useful. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's a shame. Goodbye.
All right, then.
Need to have those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Okay, dude. Nobody asked you, but okay. I know I have a level up stored. I will probably level up once all of this is done. I will probably cut here and come back to you later.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
That just reminded me of a funny video from a long time ago called "Won't Be Good for My Crotch." Alright, a hammer. Oh, I'm afraid now. I decided to study it fully. While following the text in the grimoire, you notice a strange change of topic. You quickly realize that this is a trapped passage, and slam shut the book. After slamming the tome shut, bright light starts to seep out from in between the pages. It seems the curse was still activated. After a few moments, the grimoire simply turns to ash in your hands, destroying any knowledge it might have contained. That's a shame. Yeah, at least it didn't cause me any mental exhaustion.
This is an ode to Skyrim's storm protectors.
It's the early morning.
Drink to our youth.
I have to go. I have to leave the town, I'm afraid. I will actually level up now. Yeah, 200 health, let's do it. And mage armor. Definitely. Most definitely. Okay. So actually I kind of forgot to do something. half important or even 100% important. I don't want to lose any favor. If you don't pray for too long in Winter Sun, you may lose a favor with Magnus, but you, 50%. Getting close to the devotee. I don't even remember what a devotee does, but I'm kind of excited anyways. I have to make a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Magnus, which is...
You must be one of those wizards from the college in winter.
Yes, that is the case. Thank you for your recognition.
I used to be an adventurer like
No!
you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
I do need some additional money, I said. Did I not? I think I have to check what's in here. It currently doesn't react, but I know there are quests in there. Come on. Okay, now clear out Grey Winter Watch. Seems dangerous. Collect Grand Soul Gems. From where? Not specific enough. Deliver weapon to Rorikstead. Oh, you see, Rorikstead. As far as I know, it might be not so far away from my planned trip to Brittleshin Pass. And even if it is far away, I have to go west to the Shrine of Magnus, as I said. So I will go in that direction to the Skull Village. Solitude. Gather Quicksilver Ore. Gather Troll Fat. Recover stolen heirloom from White River Watch. And slay the giant at Guldun Rock. Guldun. Yeah, I will deliver the weapon to... Collect Lemkill's Iron Battle from Ulberth Warbear. I believe it's the blacksmith here, the wife of that nice lady. Wife? No, you are not a wife, are you? I mean, it's 2020, but I think I meant a husband.
We've got small weapons as well as big. The finest.
Do you have anything enchanted? You have a few throwing axes. This is not. It's technically not really an enchantment. I'm here for the delivery job you posted.
Of course.
All right, deliver by 17. It's timed by 17th of last seed. And here it says by 30th. That's just 4 days. That's approximately as much as I've spent here. But yeah, it is kind of on my way, not really, but almost. Okay, this is for my friend in Arcanium, for the Orc Librarian. And I guess why in Oblivion not? We can go west. I mean, I know why not. I have to also check the Guardian Stones somewhere. Oh, Leveler's Tower is here. That should not be in the proper playthrough. It should not be installed in the proper playthrough. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, yes, the Guardian Stones are also of my interest. But since I have a limited time to get to Rorikstead, I guess I will go west first and then visit the Guardian Stones on my way back. I assume I should also probably check out what's going on in Helgen. I've heard a few rumors about that. There's so much to do. This is exactly why I wanted a new, fresh playthrough in Skyrim. There's just this overwhelming amount of shite to do. By the 9. Okay. Especially with all those mods. All those mods. Okay, let's go to... I think... Let's take care of the Onmund's request first. And then we will think about our next steps. A mercenary warrior? Alright then, sir. Of course. Have a nice day. I'm going on an adventure. Oh, speaking of an adventure... Let's prepare for it. Yes. Oh, that's a dual cast spell. That's a novice level ritual. How weird. And what did I get from that? Let me check. Fabricated Necromancer's Delight. 20 points of health absorption. Why is Universe trying to tell me something? They are putting necromantic spells on my path. You know, the gods, the general intelligences behind the faith. This is a stuff with spell absorption. I think they are trying to tell me something. And what is the robe I've got? I've got a circlet with 20 magicka. That's absolutely useless. But I'm taking the boots for now. My boots are unenchanted, so great. 20 more magicka and an additional staff. I guess I could re-roll, cast the spell again. And try to see what I would get then. But it's okay. I can cast it again when I get closer to my destination. Which is somewhere in that general direction. Actually, I would love to get to, while also avoiding all the giants that are lurking around, as if they were sneaky and hiding in the shadows. No, but there's just so many giants. I never expected them to be so numerable. Okay, so I am in the Moss Mother Cavern, and there was a little bit of a problem with the bear outside, but I ran out of the space on my drive to record, and I did not notice that, so you missed me yelling and running and generally behaving in a rather girly fashion. But I was able to outrun the bear for now. We'll see what will happen later. What do we have this time? Staff of Fractures. Ice Shatters for interesting. Actually, I could try and use this. It's my colleague's staff, technically speaking, but you know, 20 magicka, so I'm only taking the boots. This is basically a spell of give me some boots. My main staff is kind of empty, almost. Now it's half full. You see, I'm an optimist. It's half full, almost. Okay. I will see how this works, actually, if I can. Now let's be more or less quiet. Oh, sweet Magnus. I do remember this cave. Ah, yeah. Ari? Who are you, Ari? So, speaking outside of Dumarin's knowledge, the bear probably interrupted my meeting with Valdor outside. This is the location, right? Where you meet Valdor. Okay, all I need to do, actually, is to get one thing from here. And I can be off. Maybe I don't need to fight a Spriggan. I don't have any more fire spells than flames, right? Okay, I'm already noticed, so... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay then maybe, just maybe, I could try and do... Fortify Sneak and Invisibility. And just try to... No! That's a wasted potion. I need more Sneak then. Luckily, fire seems to be damaging that lady, if you can call it like that, quite substantially. Let's just hope there isn't any more challenging enemies. Well, there's a bear. There's a bear. Okay, I forgot where my ebony flesh is again. Ebony flesh, right. It's level 7, Belly. It's oak flesh. Mm-hmm. Whoa, this will not end well. Perhaps for fire restoration, destruction, and actually this as well. And I just damaged myself a little bit. Don't worry about that. Right, some destruction and destruction. Diversion. Come on, you are just a cub. Good, good. Phew. That's okay, that's okay. That's more than okay. That's ace. Alright. I wasted a potion, but I, you know, emerged triumphant in the end, so let's be proud of that a little bit. All right. More dead bodies. Aha. I will have to tell them, both of them, Onmund and Jizargo, that I'm not doing anything like that for them anytime soon. Oh, it's already night time, I think. Is that it? Is it all? Is that everything I have to kill? What's with the absolutely ineffective bird traps? It's the third bird trap I've heard firing, so to say, and doing absolutely nothing to me. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. Oop, I'm in the water. That's kind of... Why do they deal so much damage, though? There's two of them. Right, too powerful for one-handed fury at least. What do I do? Potions. I do potions, of course I do potions. Well, what else? Fortify health, healing, and I'm running out of magicka potions. That will need to be fixed soon. No. Oh, bugger! Sweet, let's do it again then. Let's try the spell again. Let's pray this time to have full magicka. Rock blasts. Good, I guess. Okay. Right. Well, okay then, let's try to be a little bit smarter about it. I kind of need to get into the habit of being smart. That's not the easiest thing for me to achieve. Let's at least try to fortify the sneak yet again and maybe use it properly and don't run like madmen. Yes, yes, yes. And maybe if we have the high ground, of course Obi-Wan would applaud. Yes. Every time you have a high ground you win. So maybe I can get on this little log here. And oh, I will have to take all the ores, if there is any more actually, at one. When I am done with this location, I'm done clearing it out. Yes, exactly, there is a bear. Perhaps, yes, finally dual casting works. And maybe just to be more or less sure, let's disappear for a second. That's what I like. Are you seeking for the Spriggan to destroy my friend bear? Good, 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 good. Yes, yes, fight the Spriggan. Your own animals are set against you, my lady. Good, and now the Avenging Wraith. Come forth, Sandra. Whoa, there's even more Spriggans. I forgot about the second one. That's okay. No, I said dual cast. No, I said dual cast. Whoa, still too powerful. Better, much better now. One day I will remember my hotkeys, I'm sure. Okay, good, 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 good. And some more Ratapinella. Yes, yes. Nighttime confirmed. I think we are... No, we are not at all. I was just about to say I think we are done here. But that isn't the case in the slightest. How many more Spriggans, game? How many more Spriggans? Wouldn't you say that is enough? Ding it, ding it. Do I still have... No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have the fabricated stuff. Let's just do it the simple way then. If only the Avenging Wrath would not get in my way when I cast the spells. Anyway, is that all then, game? How about this being the end? You know what? I need the Apprentice Stone. I just... that sound actually tells me that this should be cleared now. I need the Apprentice Stone. I seem to be casting the Concentration Novice spells quite often. Most of the time. If only I could cast them for free. Ooh, well. Then the only remaining thing would be to find or buy the Amplify Destruction enchantment. And we are set. We can use these for most of the game, actually. Steel Hatchet. I don't think I need that. Okay, Arcana Restored. That's good and all well. and this is for research, and this absorbs health. Really? Summermyst, you are spoiling me. Are you for realsies? I'm taking that. Good. Good. Very good. Haha. Okay. So I think this is it for today's episode of this Let's Play. Maybe it should have some cool title, but I am really at the preliminary, at the very early stages of this playthrough, and I have not edited a single episode yet. It's all 1 or 2 sessions since the beginning. So I will have to think about naming and titles as I edit. Okay, I think this is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. The next episode will be also, of course, full of dangerous situations, because I have to find a few more places, like the Shrine of Magnus, like the Guardian Stones, and I believe I have quite a few more quests to do before I come back to Winterhold. Anyway, that would be it for today. As I said, goodbye, dear viewers.